too. Good evening, and ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to DeKalb High School Baron Athletics. Tonight, the wrestlers from DeKalb take on the grapplers from Garrett. Ryan Baker will be stepping in as your wrestling expert tonight, along with Romeo Avila. Romeo, how are you tonight?
I'm doing pretty good.
It is awesome, man. We got people around the gym. Romeo, you're getting some great shots. Okay, we got the gym happening. Um, it'll be interesting as the gym continues to fill up. These two teams have great wrestling history, and tonight's match will be great. Garrett had lost a player, honoring him a little bit tonight. A moment of silence there to honor a member of the community that's going to help them. So Romeo and I will be back with you a little bit later. Mr. Baker just showed up, which is phenomenal. We're going to send it over to our national anthem, sung by Amelia Clark tonight. She's going to get it started again. Amelia Clark, one of our active members in the theater department. She's out the door and on the way to rehearsal, singing the national anthem tonight. So we got a lot happening tonight here. Wrestling versus Garrett. Mr. Baker, how are you this evening?
Oh, I'm great. Just got here from the Y. I went there and
How was the swim meet?
it looked pretty good. Looked very busy. They're swimming against Angola tonight, so
Okay, well, that's a great night at the swim. So we're going to hope they continue to do well. I know they got some meets. They had one last night. They got one tonight. So we're hoping to bring you a meet later in the year. Your host tonight, Mr. Baker, is going to be here the rest of the night. And like I said earlier, Romeo Avila. I'm going to cut out. I've got rehearsal tonight.
all
So
right.
I am headed over to rehearsal. All right. Well, I'm going to turn it over to Romeo Avila here and Mr. Baker. I'm off to rehearsal tonight. You
All
guys
right.
have a great match here, and I'm going to turn it over to you and Romeo here. And you guys have a great night tonight.
Yeah, have fun. It's gonna. All right, and we are seeing the traditional face-off that you will see here between the varsity wrestlers that are wrestling tonight's match. So what you do is the weight classes are pre-filled, and they run out there and meet in the center. There are some forfeits tonight, so if you see somebody go stand out there and nobody goes to shake their hand, it's because there's nobody to wrestle. All right, Austin Kirkpatrick for the Barons is going to wrestle at 190. Ooh, and Tristan Blaker and Aiden Hunt could be a good matchup tonight. Aiden Hunt, a returning semi-state ticket rounder, one match from state finals. Abram Swafford is a fantastic wrestler from Garrett High School. Will Army, a solid wrestler from DeKalb High School. This should be a really good matchup. Hunter Elkins was on the DeKalb Barons State Championship flag football team. Five Barons brought home the state title this fall. All right, we're going to start with some JV matches tonight. Wyatt High is going to take on Blake. I think it's Griffith, possibly. From Garrett, 120-pound junior varsity matchup. Wyatt High, also a member of the state championship flag football team that brought home the title this fall. All right, so this should be a good matchup. We have the 2A second-ranked Railroaders from Garrett High School taking on the home team, the DeKalb Barons. Garrett has 6 kids, I believe 6th ranked, the top toward the top of their weight classes in the semi-state. The fun fact about Garrett being ranked number 2 in 2A is they are behind New Prairie High School, which is the high school that Garrett head coach Nick Krause wrestled at in high school. I believe he has he has a lot of records there. Nick was a very good wrestler in high school and college. Also, New Prairie High School is where former Barron state placer James Hartleroad is currently located. All right, here we go. Get this underway. Two wrestlers are tied up here in the center of the circle. Okay, what you're seeing there is both wrestlers in a collar tie working to find inside position. Good tough battle here by both wrestlers. High school coach Nick Krause and DeKalb High School coach Justin White. And that's going to end the first period. No score. And the coin flip goes to red. Oh, looks like it was maybe it's green or they deferred. No, red deferred. Okay, red deferred, green chose down. So for those of you who don't know, red is the away color. Green is the home color, which is kind of confusing here as DeKalb, of our main color, red and black. All right, so Wyatt gets the escape. It is 1-0. In wrestling, an escape is worth 1 point. As when you are on bottom, you're able to get out from the bottom position, known as referee position. Takedown would be from neutral, which is where they are now, would be worth 3 points. You can get reversals, near fall. We'll talk about all that as it comes. That's a nice snap down. Wyatt gets the 3-point takedown. It's a 4-0 here in the second period. There are 3 periods in high school wrestling. Really in most wrestling. Right, we're just under a minute to go here in the second period. Wyatt is still currently in the top position, where his goal is to turn the bottom wrestler to their back. That would count for near fall or even a fall. Near fall is um, scored in increments, basically 2 to 4 off of counting by the referee. So he starts counting once the wrestler's shoulders are exposed to the mat, and then there is a fall, which happens on a pin. So that's when both shoulders are down on the mat. And that immediately ends, the pin immediately ends the match. All right, 10 seconds to go here in period number 2. Wyatt currently holds this 4-0 lead. And the Garrett wrestlers to his feet. And 1 second. And no change in position. So we have a 4-0 match going into the third period. Coach Kraus tells his wrestler to take neutral. You do that so you can work to get a 3-point takedown. Wrestlers, fighting for inside position, fighting for overall best position here. So far, Wyatt has very well controlled the match. But in wrestling, anything can change at any time. So Wyatt needs to keep the pressure going and look to score another takedown. Again, this is your 120-pound JV match. There's a nice shot defense by Wyatt High from DeKalb High School. Gets the sprawl and the takedown, so it makes it 7-0 here in the third period. Some scoring results you can see here in wrestling is a decision, which is when you win by 7 points or less, is worth 3 points. There's a major decision, which is 8 to 14 points. That is worth 4 team points. And then there's a technical fall, which is 15 or more points. Once you hit that 15-point lead, the match is stopped. That gives you 5 points. And then there is a fall, so that's a pin. That's worth 6 points. Another thing that's worth 6 points. Forfeits, disqualifications. Those are all worth 6 points each. All right, so Wyatt's got the arm bar there. He needs to keep that straight across, and he's going to run it over the head of the Garrett wrestler and hopefully expose the back to the mat. He's working to drive it down and unable to get it, but Wyatt wins 7-0, which is going to be 3 team points for the DeKalb JV team. So great job for Wyatt High. And DeKalb High School starting the night off with a victory. All right, so we have Jones from Garrett and Ian from, I think from DeKalb. Didn't really understand it at all. Riker said there. However, nonetheless, 1 minute start. In JV, they go 1-2-2 on the periods. In varsity, they go 2-2-2. So you will see more wrestling in the varsity. Where as far as JV, you do have the 1-2-2. All right, so you're seeing they're wrestling on the edge of the mat here. You see the big circle? That means that is almost like the boundary line for like what you'd see in football going out of bounds. So you need to keep it inside the big circle. The little circle is more for starting. See some lines there on the mat as well. It's the red line and the green line. That is starting position for the wrestlers. Seconds to go in the first period. So looking to see another scoreless first period. There we go. There's a coin flip. That's going to be green, defers, red, moves down. All right, so it looks like DeKalb may actually be in the red team, which is a little off compared to regular rules, but it's the dual meet. You can do whatever you want. There's a nice wing from the Garrett wrestler. Just happened to flip it out. And he's looking for a fall early here in the second period, but going here for DeKalb. We're trying to avoid any near fall. You'll see Jones from Garrett. He's walking towards the head. That puts more pressure on it. And back to the wing. And it's actually, he's going to get a turn if they stay in bounds. And referee Zimbo is going to call them out of bounds. And that's going to reset them in the center of the map. It is still 0-0 with 1:08 here to go in the second period. Right. Shoots up to his feet quickly and gets the escape. DeKalb with the 1-0 lead in the JV matchup. Head pressure. Where you control the head, where the head goes, the body's going to go. A nice shot from Jones from Garrett. He's in on a double leg, looking to finish that off. It's very low, more like a double ankle pick, almost, how low he got there. And he's going to score the 3-point takedown with 30 seconds to go in the second period. He's looking to get a turn and possibly a fall. All right, and it's a very, very scary position to be in if you're DeKalb. You are turning to your back, and you don't want to give up any near fall points with only 4 seconds to go here in the second period. And that's going to end the second period. No score on the near fall. So no near fall awarded. Jones did a lot of work there, and he got the 3 points on the takedown. However, the near fall he was just ran out of time to get near fall. All right. Now it's going to be DeKalb's turn to look for the near fall from the top position. And I think he's going for a wing of his own, possibly. Oh, so he has double wrist. And you want to get those wrists and pull them in and drive forward. When you do that, you knock the wrestler off their base and give yourself more leverage to get a turn, possibly look for a fall from that position. All right, you push the head down, and when you bring the hand up, under the one arm but across the neck, that's called a half. More specifically, half Nelson. Typically, you want to have your opponent broken down flat on their stomach when you go to run that. You can run it from their base, but it's more effective when they're down. And there's a full Nelson. Okay, so that is a penalty point. That's going to be one more point to Jones from Garrett. You cannot, half Nelson with one arm goes underneath, one of your arms goes through and on the back of the neck, but you cannot do a full Nelson. That is against the rules. It just, leaves more potential for injury there. And we're going to be neutral here. So it's a 4-point match with 45 seconds to go. And then we have a takedown. So that's going to make it 5-4 with 40 seconds to go in the match. We're seeing a Peterson attempt there. With 20 seconds to go, you either need to get a turn to expose his back to the mat, or you need to let him up. Those are really what you should be looking for right now. Not being on your hip, because that's going to put you in a position to be reversed, and you can't really score from this position that you're in right now, unless you're super flexible. So, and it looks like he's just going to run out of time, and that full Nelson penalty point is going to be what is the difference in tonight's match. So Ian Jones from Garrett picks up the win. All right, so we have a matchup here. Get into the heavier weights. not a position you really want to be in. Ever if you ever get picked up off your feet, it's definitely not a fun time. Oh, that's been the first period already. It's a quick first period. 3-0 is your score. All right, they're going to remain neutral here in the second period. Garrett picked neutral. They're looking for a big takedown here. They want to go right back in where they were. So they want to go right back in and get a takedown. DeKalb obviously looking to tie this one up. And team score, I know they're not keeping team score in the JV part. However, team score right now would be 3-3, and there's another takedown. And he almost goes straight into near fall. Nice job working back over to his base. Well, not quite his base. Work back over to your stomach, then you work up to your base. That helps. Helps you get an escape. All right, what you're seeing here is going for a cradle. And that is why you don't bring never bring that inside leg up first. That's just asking to be cradled. That's something you learn throughout plenty of wrestling meets and practices. And we got a pin. Like I said earlier, pinfall is worth 6 points here. Noah Spears coming out for DeKalb. Noah Spears, he's who may remember him? Very productive receiver on the DeKalb football team.
Yep.
The front head position here. Noah needs to snap him down, which means he needs to get him extended a little more, not he's gonna drive in. Noah controlling the physicality of this match. It's good to see. Noah, like we said, big contributor as a receiver for the Barron football team. However, he did wrestle as a freshman, so he took a couple of years off and back in his senior year, looking to get back on the mat. So Noah's looking to get a takedown here. He's going to get a shoulder to shoulder and really get an extension, and no score after one.
It did look like he put him in a really hard position there for the whole round.
Oh yeah, that's definitely not fun. Not a fun position to be in. You get your neck cranked on a little bit. Maybe sometimes they squeeze the air out of you. So
Oh yeah,
definitely not fun.
doesn't look like it.
All right, Noah is looking to get an escape here, so he just has to get to his feet and break that grip. And out of bounds, so they're going to go right back to where they were. All right, so Noah's going to be down. 1:43 here to go in the second period. Still scoreless. 0-0. So did you ever wrestle?
I've never wrestled.
Never wrestled.
No.
What sports do you play?
I play soccer and volleyball.
Soccer and volleyball. Oh, there's a locked hand. It's going to be a penalty point on Garrett. So soccer and volleyball, two fun sports.
Yeah.
Volleyball's newer here at DeKalb. So are you enjoying it?
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I'm looking forward to the season coming up.
Very good, very good. What's your position in soccer?
In soccer, I play center attacking midfielder, and yeah, that's where I usually stick to, somewhere in the midfield.
Nice. Soccer's a fun time. Involves a lot of running.
It definitely does.
We have the World Cup coming to coming to the States. Is that this summer, I believe?
Ye-
Yeah, this
Yeah,
summer.
yeah.
That's gonna be exciting. All right. In the neutral position, it is 2-0. Mr. Fields was a fantastic soccer coach here at DeKalb High School for many, many, many years.
I've heard that. Also, his son also coaches, and he's a very good coach.
Oh yes, I remember going to the soccer camps when Coach Fields put those on. It was always a fun time. And he got taken down. I don't know if he gave up any near fall points, but he was working back to his feet. Spears needs to work on getting that foot back down to the mat. Actually, now he's back down on the mat, so he needs to work on getting to his base. And that's going to end it. Second period is over. 1 period to go. 3-2. Garrett holding the lead. Noah Spears needs to come up with something here. He needs to look at a turn, maybe get to a fall. See what we can get done. You kind of got the county bragging rights here, as this is DeKalb versus Garrett, both schools obviously being in DeKalb County. And Noah's looking for that half. What he needs to do is force that head down. Really tapping. He had a leg in. He's got it. If he can extend it, he needs to get his right hand out to the mat. Well, now he's not in a good position to do that. So he needs to really kind of let that. He needs to give up on that, kind of get his hips back under him. So where he is, he's not gonna be able to get much where he is. He needs to get back to his hips. He's in a good spot. Way to drive up. That's that football strength you see right there. And 1 minute to go here in the match. Third and final period. Noah's down by 1 point. He's going to cut him, so he's going to go down by 2 points now. But you do that because if you score from neutral, it's a 3-point score. So if Noah's able to get a takedown, he will take a 1-point lead here with 40 seconds to go. All right, 30 to go. So Noah's in a position where he needs to work for the takedown. The Garrett wrestler can, kind of hang out. There's a stalling warning. If he gets called for stalling again, which is really inactivity, not attacking, he'll give up a point, but he'd still have a 1-point lead. So Noah looks like he's going for a throw, but you can't throw somebody that's running backwards. So he really needs to work on something else.
And he's holding out for the last 7 seconds.
And he's going to get taken out of his back.
That's 7-2 to end the game.
Yep. So great to see Noah back on the wrestling mat. It's been a few years for him. All right. It's like when you're getting close to being done with David, he's using the heavy wrestling.
So in wrestling, does it go from lightweight to heavyweight?
So in like a tournament style, yes. What they will do so this is called dual meet since there are 2 teams. What they will do is they will flip a coin. Or sometimes they'll draw. It all depends on what they want to do. Sometimes, actually, no, they won't flip a coin. Let's pick who has to go first. But what they'll do is they will draw from all 14 weight classes out of a hat, and whatever weight class they draw, they will start at. So let's say they draw heavyweight, they would start at heavyweight and end at 215. So Dual meets are a little different than tournaments. Tournaments will always start at the lower weight class and end at sometimes if there's like a premier matchup class in a tournament, they will have that matchup be last. And that's typically not decided until they get to the finals. Okay. So another scoreless first period seems to be a theme today. 0-0 going into the second. We have some good wrestling going on tonight. Obviously, you see the DeKalb wrestler looking to get back to his feet. And there may be a penalty point. Full Nelson. So that's a 1-point penalty point. So DeKalb now has the 1-0 lead. We saw that happen both ways. We see that happen both ways now. So, both teams have given up a penalty point. In the last match, we saw that being the deciding penalty point, which actually cost the match. Actually, it was two matches ago. I apologize. Oh, and we have almost did a switch there on the mat return. So we looked for the reversal, which a reversal is when you go from the down position, you get a reversal and take control. Meaning you are now the top wrestler. That is a 2-point move. There's an escape, though, so that escape is a 1-point escape, which is going to make it 2-0 to DeKalb with 57 seconds to go here in the second period.
Sounds like a reversal is a pretty hard maneuver to pull off.
A lot of times the reversal is comes when the offensive wrestler is not. Oh, there's a headlock. That is the signature Garrett move. Coach Poppy teaches the headlock. He's very good at coaching. If you're a Garrett wrestler, you got to watch out for the headlock at all times. And doing a great job fighting that off, but that was a really how tight that was. That was it looked very uncomfortable position to be in. He's gonna fight for 10 more seconds, and he's
Okay.
way to not get the lock hands penalty. No, you're gonna see a roll here.
Which one?
Center mat. Even odds, even as odds. Weight loss factor will come down to some gamesmanship later.
I think the mic on here is giving us the feedback.
shot there. He gets a leg. He might have the takedown there, and he does. He does have the takedown. Yeah, 7-3. So Kirkpatrick not in a favorable position, and
Looks like
he's holding that shoulder a little bit that he has the
Yeah.
brace on. And you may hear it at home. The DeKalb Baron cheerleaders are here for the wrestling meet. We typically don't have cheerleaders at a wrestling meet, but that's something that the wrestling coaches really uh, wanted to do to put a bigger emphasis on tonight's matchup with Garrett. Kirkpatrick up to his feet, gets the escape. Uh, Coach Justin White doing a great job. Coach Todd Taylor doing a great job, really bringing some attention to the sport here at DeKalb High School. Really is a rebuilding year for the Barons, as we lost a lot of our state qualifiers and placers. But yeah, so Coach Taylor, Coach White, Coach Krumloff, Coach Gabe Teeters, one of the best assistant coaches in the state of Indiana. Um, really did a great job. You can't say you can't say enough about the job that Coach Gabe Teeters does running the JV. Really puts them through some wonderful workouts and shows them a lot of skill moves. All right, there's a cradle to the back. As you can tell, it's getting pretty loud in here. And Kirkpatrick fighting off looks like he's back in the bundle position. Not a favorable spot to be in, but he's able to roll through. And they're going to be out of bounds. Makes it 19-5, maybe 17-5. I didn't see what the score was before they applied, but it is a 12-point match. So 3 points away from being a technical fall. Looks like Coach Brady Long out there, former Baron wrestler last year, semi-state ticket rounder, almost a state qualifier. He's down there with the Barons as well. And Kirkpatrick, he is. They're going for what's called a check pin, and that's going to end the period. But I believe what we're going to have now is a technical fall. Again, once you get that 15 or more point lead, the match is immediately over. So check fall worth 5 points. Should make it Garrett 23, DeKalb 6. As we are going to the 215-pound weight class, Tristan Blaker, senior Tristan Blaker from DeKalb High School, going against former ticket rounder. Well, I guess he's still currently a ticket rounder. Aiden Hunt from Garrett, who is a very good wrestler, currently ranked second in the semi-state. Last year was one match away from being a state finalist. So Aiden and Tristan should be a good match. Tristan, he grew a lot. He used to be a 152-pound wrestler. Now he's up at the 215-pound weight class. And, Aiden Hunt, just a wonderful, they call it a bulldog move there. Gets Tristan to his back. Now he's looking for a fall. With a minute and 30 to go here in the very first period. Both these guys actually stand out defensive tackles for their football teams, I apologize. And Aiden Hunt gets to a fall. Tristan Blaker, actually, if you watch the East Noble game and I believe the New Haven game, a lot of blocked punts this year on the football field. So. Right, Aiden Hunt, currently ranked 11th in the state of Indiana. Jacob Reynolds from Garrett coming out at heavyweight. State qualifier last year at heavyweight. And he's going to get a pretty quick takedown. He's ranked 12th right now in the state of Indiana. Well, there was the fall 8 seconds into the match. That's just one of those. You get a freshman from DeKalb, a newer wrestler going against one of the top ranked kids in the state of Indiana. Nothing to fault there. Like, that is a very tough match. All right, we have Trish from the Railroaders and Nevins from the Barons. We're going to see how this matchup goes at the 106 pounds. So from heavyweight, the big guys, to the little guys. Trish with a takedown there early in the first period. Trish working on top, looking to get a fall possibly. All right, and looking for the cradle there. Nevin's he has to break the grip, but it looks like Trish has that locked up pretty tight. Referee Zimbo is checking the fall there, checking for a fall. And it looks like it looks like Nevins is able to fight a little bit better. Big fight here from Nevins. He's got to work on work on breaking that grip. First thing he needs to do is break that grip. It looks like he may have done so. It's going to be a 4-point near fall, making it 7-0. We saw earlier heavyweight. Reynolds heavyweight is ranked 3rd in the semi-state, 11th in the state. So Nevins is still fighting, looking to get off his feet. Trish looking to get a wing locked in and get a turn. Nevins actually going to get to his feet and get the escape. Good job by Nevins there. Now he uses his work on shot defense, and he'll be good to go. He's doing a good job with position there. Evans is. That's really good shot defense. Now that I say that, Trish is in deep on the shot, and that's going to end the first period, 7-1. All right, and Nevins gets the takedown. It looks like it's 7-4. And we have a blood time. So there is a wrestler bleeding. Looks like Nevins has a little bit of blood going on right there. Coach Taylor out there looking to clean up the blood. He's got the chemical spray. Referee Zimbo showing him where the blood is and where he needs to spray. Something you see a lot in wrestling is, you get bumped on the nose a few times, lose a lot of blood. Let's take a look at Coach Gabe Teeters over at the scorer's table, making sure everything is set up. He actually is, very well known in the area for being a good, solid wrestler at East Noble. But he chose to come here and coach at DeKalb, which was great to see from Coach Teeters.
Yes.
All right, Nevin's looking in the offensive position. Treesh looking for a reversal. Very tough position. It's going to depend on who comes out where. Nevins ends up on top. Really loud, as you can hear. It's getting really loud in here. We aren't listening with headphones on. It's getting. Nevins takes the lead on a scramble position there. And we have another stoppage for blood time. Once these guys get bleeding. Oh, yeah. Well, once they get that nosebleed, it tends to keep going all night. It's wintertime, dry air. Everybody gets nosebleeds in the winter. But then, you get bumped on the nose. And you start bleeding. All right. So, what is your favorite position to play in volleyball?
I stick to playing libero in volleyball.
Okay, so you get to go kind of all over the court. You ever get to play the net?
I do not get to play.
You do not get to play the
That is
net. Oh,
definitely out of my range when it comes to fight. Yeah, I usually stick to the back. I let the tall people handle the front. I'm just there to save the balls.
nice, yeah. Oh, right. Yeah, we looks like they got it dried up. That's head trainer Rick Williams out there making sure all the blood is cleaned up and everything's good to go. All right, they're gonna go back to the feet. Quick stand up by Trish Nevins, hanging on. Yeah, takes it down. Evans looking to get the keep the position. Sorry, and that's going to end the period. End of the second. It is 8-7, and another nosebleed.
Another one. That would be the third one for this round alone.
Oh yeah. So in wrestling, you get 5 minutes of blood time.
In total?
Yeah, in total. Now they don't count cleanup time, so when they're so like once the trainer or once the coach, you'll see him put his hands up like an X. That means to stop the blood time. That means he's no longer bleeding. Um, it's just cleanup time now. So your first goal as a coach is to stop the blood. Your second goal, um, obviously, is to get him cleaned up because you can't wrestle if you have blood on you. Um, and then yeah, you have to have somebody clean the mat as well. Sorry. The second hit is 8-7. So yeah, now we have trainer Rick Williams and former Baron wrestler who is a current, I think he's a current college student interning. It's Jacob Lemming. They don't get cleanup, so. All right, so it looks like we're ready to go. One period, one period remaining. And Zimbo's gonna find some more blood on the mat.
So this would count as cleanup and not blood time?
Right, yeah. So once the nosebleed has been secured, then like you have to wipe the blood off your wrestler and make sure like all of the mat is clean as well.
Yes. DeKalb goes for the leg there.
Good matchup here. You know, these the littler guys are definitely a lot more flexible. So you see a lot more of these scramble positions than you do at the heavier weights.
Yeah, it's definitely goes along with the name. The heavyweights have more of a strong play style, and these guys are a lot more faster.
Yeah. Okay, now Nevins, he needs to pop his head out right here, get that half and get his head out, and he can look for near fall actually. He's got a half there. He's got him on his side. Run the half.
He's on top now by DeKalb.
He had a good chance there to get some near fall, which would have extended his lead. Possibly even could have even got a pin. But, you know, he's still up by 1, 35 seconds to go. He does need to show a little bit more urgency there to get a turn or to break Trish down. She's doing a good job now.
Holding him down, probably trying to for the last 15 seconds.
Oh, there you go. Nice job pulling that arm down. Now you need to keep it. Oh, now we get to lock hands, so that's going to be a penalty point.
30 seconds on the clock.
But we're going to have overtime.
So he did get that penalty point?
Yeah, they gave a penalty against Nevins for the locked hands, so now it's going to get real loud in here.
Oh, as you can hear, it's about to be a good final matchup here.
So 8-8 in overtime. First score wins.
DeKalb getting on top. Blue looks like he's flipping him over.
More scrambling. And Nevins going to get it.
Amazing job by DeKalb there.
Yeah, wonderful match. You know, getting the overtime victory here. Make it 35-9. All right, and Roman Sierra from Garrett's going to come out. All right. Returning state qualifier from Garrett Valenciera. He was 106 pounds last year. He is fourth ranked in semi-state this year. Fourth ranked in the Fort Wayne semi-state. And definitely looking to make another trip to the state finals.
Looks like a lot of scrambling.
Oh yeah, that's you see that a lot. Myself, I was a heavyweight wrestler, so I didn't my weight class we didn't do a whole lot of scrambling, so this is kind of a different. It's kind of different for me. Not used to
Yeah.
what to do here in these situations. And Sierra with the fall. Um, so yeah, like we said, fourth place in our semi state. He is ranked 15th overall in the state of Indiana.
Yeah. Sounds like a pretty hard matchup for the
Oh yeah.
DeKalb side. Another one of those quick matches that we've seen before.
So Ian Anderson. Ian Anderson, a returning varsity wrestler here for the Bats. The 120-pound weight class.
Going down low, he gets put in a headlock there.
Oh yeah, not a fun position to be in, but
Yeah.
he's gonna get the takedown.
Surprising turn of events there.
Ian is a very skilled wrestler. Like I said, returning varsity wrestler for the Barons. Right, so Anderson, he got the takedowns. He's up 3-0 here in the first. He's gonna let his opponent to his feet. That's gonna make it 3-1. 40 seconds here to go in the very first period.
Goes down low, picks him up.
Wow,
Very good takedown.
that's why you never step over the wizard. You get lifted over just like that. Beautiful display of athleticism and skill from Ian Anderson to make it 10-1.
Very good display of skills from DeKalb.
That's going to end the first period. Never mind. Well, yep, end of the first period. 10-1. Lots of barons in the crowd tonight that are athletes for other sports as well. Multiple flag football members out there: Aiden Hoffman, Lucas Dunn. It's like Blake Melcher and Adam Dunn out there. Some teachers out in the stands. We got Mr. Waite, high school teacher, and Mr. Yoder, fifth grade teacher at Country Meadow, and Mrs. McGill, fourth grade teacher at Country Meadow. And there's just out of bounds and a takedown by Anderson.
It's always good to hear support from the stands in really any sport, and it really just gives you maybe an extra boost that you may need.
Yeah. Oh, and Mrs. Yoder, preschool teacher at Watson out there. Looks like Mrs. Lee, guidance secretary here at the high school, is here. Mrs. Armstrong, school board president in the crowd. Mrs. Fike, teacher here at DeKalb High School, coaches the Unified program, and Coach Kelly also coaches the Unified program and works at Country Meadow as the head custodian. Keeps the buildings nice and clean for us. Made sure all this snow we got was cleared off. Anderson was still looking for another takedown here. So Ian doing a great job keeping up this pressure, keeping the forward pressure, looking for takedowns. Who else we got out there from DeKalb? But focus on the match. Jackson Lee out there. Former DeKalb wrestler, former DeKalb coach. Oh, and Anderson. Wow, Anderson looked like he was getting driven backwards, but was able to flip his hips and get a throw there. But out of bounds they go. Looks like Braxton Miller and Levi Hammond, two former Baron wrestlers. Braxton, 5th place finisher in the state of Indiana. All right, so 13-1. Anderson here is looking. He's got a 12-point lead. He's a takedown away from the victory.
One takedown away from a 16-1 lead to finish the game.
Yep, and that would make it a tech fall anytime you get up by 15 points. So there it is. Gets him. Oh, nope. Just slid up the hips a little bit.
Pushing away from each other, going back in.
They both looked really tired.
They do.
Yeah, lots of rolling around. You know, I can tell you this is probably up there with swimming as the most tiring sport you could be part of.
Oh yeah, so many rapid movements, fast movements, using all your body.
Soccer's up there too. That's a lot of running.
Oh yeah.
And there it is, Anderson with the takedown to end the match. Winner by technical fall. That's going to make the score 41, Garrett 41, DeKalb 14. Looks like William Army against Abram Swampwood. Abram is a very, very good wrestler. One of their top wrestlers for Garrett. Currently ranked number 1 in the Fort Wayne semi-state. He's a junior looking to get his first trip to the state finals this year. Ranked number 1 in the semi-state. I feel like he should be able to do that. But let's hope Will Army can pull off the upset tonight. Williams, a seasoned wrestler for the Barons. And he's looking to, now he's going to look to get back bottom.
Getting back up, going back at it.
Yep, get back to his feet.
And out of bounds.
And another takedown by Swallowood. He's currently ranked seventh place in the state of Indiana. So there's another takedown. And he's definitely showing tonight why he is ranked top 8. See, Indiana.
Yes, sounds like, and as we can tell tonight, Garrett has a lot of good wrestlers.
They do. They have a lot of skilled wrestlers. DeKalb does as well, but Garrett has been developing their program for a very, very long time, and this is only Coach White's second full season here for DeKalb. So, he hasn't had the time that, Coach Kraus has had. Both DeKalb kids that wrestle like here.
Yeah, he used to play.
Both very good too.
Oh yeah, I heard he's like high ranked too. So
He is. There's only like a couple matches left.
really,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not gonna know what to do about that.
I feel like by the time we get everything logged back,
It would be better.
Hello, hello. All right. Well, we apologize for any inconvenience. We are still live, so we'll bring you some. We're gonna bring you some audio. We had an issue with a cord getting unplugged, which knocked out our cameras, and we currently cannot get to those cameras. So with that said, it is 3-1 here. DeKalb currently with the lead. So yeah, we do apologize again, but have a cord get look like shut into a door that we cannot open, and that knocked out our cameras. But we will bring you the rest of this match audio tonight. This is 52-14. Caleb Asa from Garrett picked up the pinfall, while previously we had Abram Swafford winning by technical fall. So we're at the 100 and I apologize for the delay. We are at the 144-pound weight class, I believe.
Looks like they got a little blood on the mat, and he's currently cleaning it up.
Yeah. Now Harper Lee from Garrett is currently ranked 25th in the state of Indiana. I believe that's Gage. Is that Gage Williams?
That is Gage Williamson.
Gage Williamson from DeKalb. So Gage actually came out to a 3-1 lead so far. We're currently at the stoppage.
Found another spot of blood. Cleaned it up. Love to hear the advice from the coaches on the sideline.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, this is the 138-pound matchup. So there's 2 matches after this that we're going to bring the audio, as like we said, cameras got knocked out. Can't really do much. So yeah, they're finishing the blood cleanup. Looks like Harper had a little bit of a nosebleed. And we will attempt to figure out what's going on here with the camera, but not looking good as far as getting that back. So it looks like Harper's going to get in on a shot on Gage, and they're going to be out of bounds. No score. Yeah, we had a little bit of a surge. So everything should be back on. Yeah, our camera is currently down. So 109 here to go in the second period. Still 3-1, Williamson's lead. Now Harper's trying to drive forward to get a stalling call on Gage. Gage needs to circle instead of backing up. Backing up will result in a stalling.
That is a good thing about wrestling. I've realized there's really never a moment where both wrestlers aren't constantly trying their hardest to take down the other person. And it's very good to see. It's very refreshing.
Yeah, and it is 4-4 now after that takedown and escape.
Quick change in the score.
So they're neutral, still tied at 4. That's going to end the period.
Going into the third period now, tied up. We are starting over DeKalb here. And it's started.
All right, so we do have one camera back. We have 2 cameras back. All right, so we got to figure out a way to get this. I don't think they're. All right, so we may be back. Maybe. Sorry again for the technical delays, everyone.
Score is 5-4 with the DeKalb lead.
Oh, look at that, we're back. All right, so sorry about that, everyone. We did have a power surge that is currently, hopefully fixed. Looks like we do have a camera view.
Thankfully you fixed it. I would have been lost.
Yeah, Williamson looking to get a takedown. All he's got to do is bring his head up and scoop that head with his left arm. You got to bring that. Yeah, keep driving into him. There we go.
Nice work by DeKalb.
And he's going to look for a fall. So Gage Williamson going to bring a score here for the Barons.
That is giving Gage a 12 points, and that would be 8 points over Garrett now.
Yeah, so the upset coming here.
Yeah.
Gage Williamson, as long as he finishes out this last 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
The match at the end.
So
Really
Gage Williamson.
in favor of DeKalb there.
Yeah, Gage Williamson of DeKalb there takes out Harper Lee, state-ranked Harper Lee. Unable to get the victory here tonight. So, that's
2 matches to go for both sides.
a big upset there.
Very
Big upset. So we got Ryan Korchendorfer from
picking him
Garrett.
up and slamming him down.
He very good wrestler from Garrett. Where 2 years ago, DeKalb's Drew Walden beat him in the semi-state ticket round to advance to the state finals.
Quick match there to end the night.
And that's going to end it.
That is Garrett with 58, DeKalb with 18.
All right, so hey, that's going to end our night tonight. Like I said, Garrett 58-18 win. Ryan Korchendorfer currently ranked number 4 in the state of Indiana, looking to get his first ticket punched to the state finals. Well, what were your thoughts so far tonight?
I thought it was the matches were sometimes up and down, sometimes a big lead, sometimes really close matches with minimal points happening. But I thought DeKalb had some very good wrestlers tonight that really showed out and
Hmm.
really sealed the game for them. I thought DeKalb also fought hard though. It was every match was a good hard
Yeah.
fight, and I think it was very impressive to see on both sides.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, we do apologize, everyone, for the little technical difficulties of the power surge we took from that door getting shut on the extension cord cable. But hey, we got everything back and we're ready to go. So, but with that said, thank you for joining us tonight and have a great night. Drive safe, and thank you again, everyone who joined in.